They say true power never shouts. It moves in silence, breathes in control, and acts when the world least expects it. Somewhere in a dense, forgotten forest, a man lies perfectly still. He doesn't blink. He doesn't twitch. His breathing is slow, his eyes locked on a distant ridge. He is the whispering sniper, a symbol of precision, focus, and inner strength. In the chaos of battle, he has mastered the art of calm, and his silence speaks louder than the noise of war. Every muscle in his body has learned the meaning of patience. Hours pass like seconds. Pass. He has trained his mind to slow down time. Most people can't sit still for 5 minutes without checking their phones, but he can hold position for days. He has become the embodiment of one idea: that greatness isn't found in movement. It's found in mastery of stillness. The wind shifts. The leaves tremble. Somewhere miles away, an enemy patrol moves through the trees, unaware that he's watching. His finger rests gently beside the trigger, not on it, because he knows that the difference between control and chaos can be as thin as a breath. His world has no noise, no distraction, just heartbeat, breathing, awareness. The whispering sniper doesn't talk much. He doesn't need to. In his silence lies the power that most people spend their lives chasing. He's not fighting for fame, not looking for applause. He's here for something higher: mastery of himself. Most people think the sniper's weapon is his rifle, but it isn't. His weapon is his focus, his calm, his ability to wait when everyone else rushes. That is what separates him from the rest. You see, in life, the world will always try to make you hurry. Deadlines, noise, opinions, distractions. Everyone running, chasing, reacting. But there's a difference between movement and progress. The sniper knows this. So should you. Science shows that our attention span has dropped to just 8.25 seconds, shorter than that of a goldfish. We live in a constant stream of alerts, messages, and headlines. But the human brain wasn't designed for that. It was designed for focus, for rhythm, for moments of silence. The sniper's mind becomes a mirror of what ours could be: still, sharp, decisive. When he trains, he doesn't train to move faster. He trains to move better. Each breath, each blink, each small motion is calculated, because perfection isn't about speed. It's about control. Think about it. The world celebrates noise, loud opinions, flashy results, instant success. But every truly great person in history has shared one thing in common. They learned the power of silence. Whether it's the athlete visualizing victory, the scientist deep in thought, or the artist creating alone, mastery happens in the quiet. In the quiet. The whispering sniper didn't become who he is overnight. He started as every soldier does: restless, uncertain, impatient. He made mistakes. He fired too early. He missed shots. But with every failure came wisdom. Every miss taught him that control wasn't about domination. It was about harmony, between body and mind, between instinct and patience. In sniper school, they say, slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. The faster you try to go, the more you fail. The calmer you become, the better you perform. That's not just a battlefield lesson, that's life. How many times have you rushed into decisions, relationships, opportunities, only to realize later that patience would have saved you? Patience is the unseen power of every strong person. The whispering sniper knows that waiting is not weakness. It's wisdom. He remembers his first mission, the moment that taught him this truth. It was dawn. Mist covered the valley. He lay still on a ridge, target in sight. Hours passed. His body went numb. His mind begged him to move. But he didn't. He stayed. And when the time came, when all the noise in his head faded, he saw the moment. One single, perfect second. And he acted. Not a moment before. Not a moment after. That's mastery. He has learned what most people forget. Discipline isn't something you show. It's something you are when no one's watching. When you train your mind to remain still in the storm, you gain a weapon that no one can see, but everyone can feel. That's why people with calm energy command attention without speaking. They radiate quiet authority. The sniper walks into a room and people sense control. Not arrogance, not dominance, just composure. That's what true strength feels like. When he began his journey, he thought being strong meant being unstoppable. He thought it meant breaking others, outlasting pain, conquering fear through aggression. But over the years, he discovered the truth. Strength isn't aggression. Strength is precision. Strength is the ability to control yourself when everything else collapses. We live in a world where everyone reacts. A tweet, a comment, a problem, instant response. But the sniper doesn't react. He calculates. He observes. He waits because he knows that not every battle deserves his energy. In your life, not every argument, not every insult, not every challenge deserves your reaction. Sometimes silence is the loudest statement you can make. The sniper understands that words can give away position. In battle, sound reveals your location. In life, talking too much reveals your weakness. The sniper speaks only when it serves purpose, never to fill space, never to impress, only to impact. There's a power in people who don't explain themselves. They let results do the talking. That's sniper energy. When you stop needing to be understood by everyone, you start being respected by the right ones. The whispering sniper wasn't always like this. Once, he was impulsive, loud, restless, eager to prove himself. His commanders would scold him, slow down, breathe. You can't shoot with shaky hands. He didn't understand. He wanted to be the best, but every missed shot taught him something. That impatience kills potential. In sniper school, they have a saying. The rifle doesn't lie. Your results reflect your mindset. If your shot is off, your focus was off. The same is true in life. If your relationships, career, or health aren't where you want them, it's not the world. It's your focus. A study from Stanford found that multitasking reduces your productivity by up to 40%. Every time you switch tasks, your brain takes 23 minutes to fully refocus. That means every distraction is a thief, stealing your time, your clarity, your precision. The sniper's world doesn't allow distraction. His discipline forces him to stay present. One breath, one shot, one mission. Imagine living like that, one task at a time, full focus, full heart. How powerful would you become if you stopped scattering your attention? The whispering sniper learned something sacred. Silence is not emptiness. It's alignment. It's the moment when your mind, body, and purpose move as one. He remembers one night before deployment, sitting alone, cleaning his rifle, 8 of the lamb, cleaning his rifle. No music, no noise, just the soft rhythm of metal and cloth. In that moment, he realized that silence isn't the absence of sound, it's the presence of purpose. Every stroke of the cleaning cloth became meditation. Every click of the bolt, a reminder that control begins within. You can find that same rhythm in your own life. It doesn't matter if you're a soldier, an artist, a student, or a parent. The battlefield is different, but the principle is the same. Silence your noise, and your aim becomes clear. The sniper's secret weapon isn't his gun, it's his breathing. Each inhale grounds him. Each exhale clears the doubt. Scientists call it coherence, the synchronization between heart and mind. When your breathing slows, your brain waves stabilize. Decision-making improves. Creativity rises. Focus deepens. That's biology. That's not motivation. That's science. A calm brain sees solutions. A chaotic brain sees problems. When you're under stress, your amygdala, the brain's fear center, hijacks your rational mind. But when you breathe deeply and stay still, blood flow returns to the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for logic and planning. That's why silence and calm lead to smarter action. The sniper knows this instinctively. Every shot he takes is filtered through calm, not chaos. So, the question is, when life gets loud, how still can you stay? The sniper doesn't just survive because he's skilled. He survives because he's still. That's what keeps him alive, and that's what will keep your dreams alive too. He once spent 72 hours in one position, unmoving. Rain poured, insects crawled, hunger gnawed, fatigue screamed. But he didn't move, because he wasn't waiting for comfort. He was waiting for purpose. Most people quit not because they're weak, but because they confuse discomfort with failure. The sniper understands that pain is not a signal to stop. It's a signal to focus. In your life, the moment things get uncomfortable, when your goals feel distant, when progress slows, remember the whispering sniper. Hold position, breathe, refocus. The target will appear when the noise fades. The greatest victories come to those who outweight their fears. One study from the University of Pennsylvania found that people who practice a delayed gratification, the ability to wait, outperform others in almost every measure of success. Income, health, relationships, even happiness. Patience isn't passive. It's power under control. Embodies that his patience isn't laziness, it's readiness. He waits, but he's not idle. Every second of stillness is preparation. Every moment of quiet is sharpening his awareness. When opportunity comes, he doesn't hesitate because he's been ready the whole time. That's what preparation does. It turns waiting into winning. When you prepare in silence, you perform with precision. The whispering sniper knows that every mission starts long before the first shot. The setup, the planning, the mental rehearsal. That's where success is built. It's the same for life. The victory you want tomorrow depends on the discipline you build today. He lives by a rule. Respect the unseen work, the part no one claps for, the late nights, the early mornings, the quiet grind. That's where champions are forged. People see success and call it luck. But the sniper knows luck is just timing meeting preparation. The forest around him is alive with sound, crickets, wind, distant thunder. But inside, his mind is quiet. That's mastery, the ability to stay calm inside while the world moves outside. In one study at the University of Wisconsin, monks who practiced deep focus meditation showed gamma brainwave activity 30 times higher than average people. That same neural state, laser-sharp, calm awareness, is what elite snipers reach in the field. It's called a flow. Total presence. Zero noise. Only purpose. That's where we find excellence. In the space between chaos and control. The whispering sniper understands something profound. Life is not about constant movement. It's about meaningful movement. Not every moment must be filled. Not every sound must be answered. Sometimes the greatest strength is restraint, because silence is not the absence of action, it's the perfection of it. He doesn't shoot every time he sees a target. He waits for alignment, wind, distance, breath, timing. The same applies to your goals. Don't move because you're impatient. Move because you're aligned. When your energy, vision, and purpose align, that's when you hit your mark. The sniper's world teaches him humility. He knows that one wrong move can undo months of preparation. That's why he respects every detail. The angle of light, the sound of a branch, the rhythm of breath. In life, too, small things matter. The way you speak to yourself, the routines you build, the people you keep close, each one adds up to your shot at success. He carries scars, not just on his body, but in his soul. Each mission leaves a mark. But instead of letting pain define him, he lets it refine him. Because pain, like pressure, is a teacher. It teaches patience, perspective, and peace. Silence taught him that the loudest victories are internal. The moment you overcome doubt, the day you control your temper, the night you refuse to quit, these are the victories that define you. Not trophies, not applause. In war, there's chaos, but within him, there's order. That's what you must build too. Inner order. Full. When your mind is organized, your life follows. When your thoughts are disciplined, your actions sharpen. The sniper's mind is a fortress. No negative thought can invade without permission. No distraction can enter without consequence. That's mental security, guarding your focus like your life depends on it. Because it does. We live in a time where focus is under attack. Social media, noise, comparison, they all steal your aim. But if you guard your mind like a sniper guards his position, no distraction can defeat you. The whispering sniper knows his value doesn't come from approval. It comes from accuracy, from truth, from showing up when no one's watching. That's why he moves in silence and lets success make the noise. If you can learn one thing from him, let it be this. Calm is not weakness. It's control. Silence is not emptiness. It's awareness. Patience is not delay, it's preparation. When the moment comes, the moment to act, to speak, to rise, your silence will give birth to precision. And the world will wonder how you stayed so composed when everything was on fire. Because like the whispering sniper, you'll know the truth. Victory doesn't belong to the loud, it belongs to the focused. And as the sun sets over the forest, the sniper finally exhales. Mission complete. Another day of unseen discipline. Another lesson written in silence. He doesn't celebrate loudly. He just looks at the horizon and whispers to himself, "The stillness wins." And it does, every single time.